Oh man. Wow. Wow. Wait a minute. First of all, let me start by saying this. Whoever runs the Delaware State football page, I'm laughing at you. Just know that, cause all right. So when it was first announced that he was entering the transfer portal out of West Virginia, I reposted it on my story, and I said, "Yo, I am going to be rolling on the floor if he goes to Jackson State." And then me, in the Delaware State football page said, no, it's not happening. And I told him, okay, all right. I'm like, it better not. But so here we are today. And dog, okay. Now I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but if I must say, I gotta say this. To me personally, Jackson State officially have no weaknesses going into the 2022 season. They have absolutely no weaknesses. Cause this was, I know that, after the season, it was the O-lineman and the running game were the only two things that needed, major fixing. Cause J.D. Martin is good. Shanty Marshall is good. I know Tyson Alexander is recovering from his injury, so don't know how he's going to be coming back. So during the off season, you're most likely getting you have a brand new offensive line. They have about 10 new offensive linemen as of right now. So you gotten a whole new slate of receivers. You got Travis Hunter, the number 1 player in the country. You got Kevin Coleman, who is the top 50 player in the country. You getting a whole new slate of FBS transfers on defense at the linebacker spot, on the defensive line spot. You're gonna see who's gonna replace James Houston. Antoine Owens. You're having a whole new slate of cornerbacks and safeties that are coming. And you're overpowered at receiver. And I'm saying you can never when you're building a powerhouse, you can never have too many weapons at receiver. So you're getting about 10 to 11 receivers coming in. Your quarterback is set. And the question is still, I think they had about one running back commit. And he came straight out of high school. He's coming from Trinity Christian. Solid player, he looked like, but you're still thinking this could be a heavy passing team just because they haven't answered any questions at that running back spot. And then here comes Sy'Veon Wilkerson, who I think is a godsend for Jackson State to be real. He was, the second leading rusher in the MEAC. But he led the entire MEAC in rushing. Matter of fact, he led both MEAC and the SWAC in rushing attempts. And he had more rushing attempts than Gerard Lewis had passing attempts. And that kind of lets you know who was the breadwinner of the offense. And he had 8 total touchdowns with over 800 yards rushing. And for a guy of this caliber, mind you, he was a 3-star recruit coming out of high school. And for Jackson State to get a guy who is capable of getting 100 or 1,000 yards a season, who's capable anytime of getting over 100 yards a game, He's a guy who you can give it to 25 to 30 times a game. And now with a running back of his caliber going into an offense that was, who I believe was going to be pass heavy, now can rely on the run game as well. And now, because teams, look, I was going to say this, like, if they didn't get Wilkerson, there was going to, I think, FAMU, Southern and FAMU, those two teams, I believe, had like one of the best chances to kind of upset Jackson State because they are going to have a good pass rush this year with the guys that they have on defense. Because that Jackson State was going to pass the ball at least 35 to 40 times a game because they didn't have a strong running game. But now with Sy'Veon Wilkerson coming into the fold, wow. This is a game changer. Honestly, regardless of how anybody wants to look at it, if y'all don't believe me or not, Sy'Veon Wilkerson is a game changer. And before he went to West Virginia, he was rumored going to Jackson State as well. I'm sure there was a lot of people talking into getting Sy'Veon Wilkerson because he was just a hot ticket because everybody was surprised that he was transferring. So when he went to West Virginia, we were like, oh, our bets are off. But, surprisingly, he went back into the transfer portal and now headed to Jackson State, in which I think a lot of Jackson State fans kind of knew that that's where he was going. We were just kind of waiting. But, yeah, this is, man. And as many receivers and as many offensive linemen and guys on offense as they were getting, this one running back is the answer. Now this Jackson State team has nothing but 3-star, 4 stars across the board, FBS transfers, All-Americans across the board. Jackson State is absolutely loaded, and I'm gonna go as far as to say this. I think it would be an upset if Jackson State didn't make it to the SWAC championship at this point. At this point, it would be an upset if Jackson State don't make it to the SWAC championship. And I think, for them to be number one in recruiting for 2 straight years, on top of what they've been doing, continuously, it's I don't see how Jackson State don't make it back to the SWAC championship game. I don't see how they don't. They officially have no weaknesses in the game. Sy'Veon Wilkerson is an every down back. I see absolutely no holes in the defense, no holes in the offense. They're about to have a brand new offensive line, unless the offensive line that they're bringing are just not gonna gel with each other. Jackson State, yeah. Sy'Veon Wilkerson has a chance to rush for over 1,000 yards with this brand new offensive line that are mean and gritty. Especially with the offensive line that I reacted to. I don't see any holes in Jackson State's team. I don't see no holes. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Now, I am going to be curious on how many times they do rush the ball now, because, like I said, they have a guy that's an every down back. And mind you, like I said before, Shanty Marshall is good. J.D. Martin is good. I'm waiting to see how Tyson Alexander looks. But Sy'Veon Wilkerson, this was an amazing pickup. And I just don't see how Jackson State don't make it back to the SWAC championship at this point. If you ask me,